And now it's my honor to call upon our congregational president, David Stein, to address all of us this evening.
Thank you, Rabbi Strauss, and to Cantor Finkelstein. What can I say? Your Kol Nidre prayers are both beautiful and spiritual. What a way to begin this Yom Kippur. I'd like to open my remarks by taking you back to 1979, the Friday night of my bar mitzvah to be exact. My partner and I were lining up in the back of the sanctuary with our marchers, and as the service began, we walked down this center aisle, surrounded by our friends. As we approached the front row, we stopped, and Rabbi Siegel began his opening remarks. He always concluded with 2 Hebrew words and 4 English words. Bruchim habayim, we bid you welcome. Well, I could not think of more appropriate words to let all of you here in person, as well as those watching on the live stream, just how we are feeling right now. Bruchim habayim, we bid you welcome. It truly is so wonderful to see all of you here in person, even with masks on. It was a very surreal feeling last year being in this great sanctuary with only 10 people in attendance, and I hope that next year we will be back to full capacity for all of our services, including our family service, which we are all missing right now. But let's not focus on what we don't have. Let us all be appreciative of what we do have. If you are not with us in person tonight, I hope you are gathered together with your family and watching us on one of our live stream platforms. Praying together as a family is a way to pass on the traditions, richness, and beauty of our religion to the next generation, L'Dor Vador. I am very thankful to all of you here tonight, and at the same time also very grateful that today's technology has allowed us to all be together one way or another. Upon my installation as president several months ago, you may remember me telling you that the synagogue is the heart of every Jewish community, and you, our congregants, are the heartbeat. Without you, we could not survive. It has been a very difficult and challenging 18 months, and I hope you realize that every decision that we have made during this time has been with your best interests at heart. Our immediate past president, Jared Bloom, and I, along with the executive committee and the board of trustees, have been working to find a way to bring people back safely together. I would like to thank Dr. Ed Septimus, who has been our senior medical advisor and has always taken the time to speak with us to help us navigate through these ever-changing times. Just a few short months ago, I really thought we were coming out of this pandemic and that we would have close to a full house on these high holidays. Well, the Delta variant had other ideas. On the positive side, we've had several B'nai Mitzvahs so far, and almost every weekend is booked through the end of the year. We've also resumed our Kiddush luncheons, our chapel breakfasts, and Torah study sessions, as well as many other in-person learning programs. I would also like to recognize Jennifer Levine, who is the head of school for our day school, as well as Cheryl Eskowitz, who heads our religious school. You and your staff have done a great job of educating our children from preschool to high school. Yasher Koach on a job well done, and please know the synagogue is here to help in any way we can. The Beth Yeshurun Sisterhood also has several programs already planned, and there are some great speakers lined up for 100 Jewish men. For all of you golfers, we are planning the return of the Yiddish Cup next year, so be on the lookout for more information. Also coming up on March 31st, we are looking forward to honoring the musical legacy of our incredible cantor, Meir Finkelstein. There will be a magnificent concert from cantors around the world who will be performing his original music and compositions. 2 of the cantors that are scheduled to appear are Rachel Goldman from California and Ozzy Schwartz from New York. This is guaranteed to be a musical night you will not want to miss. More information on this event will be forthcoming next month. Everyone here should be receiving our weekly happenings email detailing the upcoming events for the week. If you're not receiving that email, please let us know. Another exciting development that has recently taken place are the new museum cases that were just installed in our atrium. Thanks to the expertise of Dr. Dan Musher and his museum team, we were able to build 11 new cases to display our incredible collection of Judaica. 10 of these cases have already been purchased and dedicated. There's still one left for sale. If you're interested, contact Jennifer Sutton in our office, and she'll be more than happy to give you the details. Next time you're at Beth Yeshurun, I encourage all of you to view these new cases as well as all of the other items in our museum. Beth Yeshurun is blessed to have one of the finest collections of Judaica, so come in, take your time, and soak in the beauty that is our museum. In any event, we can't wait to see all of you back here in your spiritual home. So now the part you've all been waiting for, the annual High Holiday Appeal. I had the honor of giving the appeal last year, joking that it was part of my initiation to becoming the next president. Well, some things never change, and I'm back again this year. I know it may sound familiar, but this year's appeal is more important than ever before. After the shofar is blown tomorrow night, that next day, we will have a team in action beginning the replacement of our entire HVAC system. It's one of the largest projects the synagogue has undertaken, the Harvey restoration notwithstanding. There are parts of our system that are older than me and that are original to this building. It's a $4 million project and will be completed in 6 months. I know there are times you are sitting in this sanctuary freezing, thinking the AC is really working, like for those of you who were here Rosh Hashanah, you were freezing in here. But while you were shivering, people in other parts of this building were schwitzing. So it is time that this system be replaced, and we are lucky to have our great executive director, Andy Berger, who is tasked with overseeing this project. Part of the proceeds from this year's appeal will go directly towards paying for this new system. The proceeds from the appeal also help to fund many of our synagogue programs and speakers. It truly is our hope that we do have a return to normalcy, and you will feel comfortable coming back to your synagogue. Last year, our incredible Director of Development, Jennifer Sutton, came up with the idea of a matching fund program for our appeal. This was such a huge success, she wanted to make this a permanent part of the High Holiday Appeal, so we created the Tzedakah Society. This is a group of our members who have pledged to match dollar for dollar on the High Holiday Appeal. For example, if you were only able to donate $180, then please note that due to the generosity of these congregants, your pledge will be doubled to $360. I'd like to acknowledge those inaugural members of the Tzedakah Society: ABC Doors and the Gary Schwartz family, Deborah and Jim Adler, Susan and Michael Bloom, Rona and Bruce Caress, Barbara and Dell Coleman, Joyce and Arthur Dauber, David DeVito, Trudy and Max Esses, Kelly and Marty Fine, Margie and Clive Fields, Karen and Buster Friedman, Martha and Don Friedman, Marilyn and Carrie Hoffman, Lorraine Horwitz, Sue and Stuart Jacobson, Sharon and Richard Kammerman, Susan and Leonard Kammerman, the Karkowski family, Joan and Louis Katz, Richard Liebman, Isabel and Eric Mayer, Carol and Dan Musher, Linda and Jerry Payne, Joy and Scott Plantowski, Paula and Irving Posmentier, Tammy Pye and Marcy Rothman, Joe Rice, Glenn Rosenbaum, Louise and Stuart Rosenthal, Marcia and Lonnie Schooler, Shannon and Danny Sheena, Amira and Brad Staller, Andrea and David Stein, Robin and Brad Stein, Shirley of blessed memory and Bruce Stein, Tracy and Gary Stein, Jill and Charlie Talisman, Linda and Tommy Usick, Jeannie and Gary Wormuth, Bonnie Winograd, and Judy and Ronnie Yambra. Thank you all so very much for being a part of this group. And it's not too late to become a member, and if you're interested, once again, contact Jennifer Sutton in the synagogue office. As many of you know, my children mark the 5th generation in my family to be a part of this great synagogue. We have celebrated many life cycle events here, both happy and sad. We are not alone, as I know there are families with even deeper roots here than me. This year, we are proud to be celebrating our 75th anniversary of the merger between Beth El and Beth Yeshurun. I know that we all hope and pray that the generations to follow will also have this beautiful shul to pray in with their families. In order to secure their future, we need your help now. I know that many of you have already sent in your appeal pledge, and I appreciate and thank you very much for making your pledge in advance. If you have not made your pledge yet, then there are several ways to make your donation to the appeal. If you are here in person, you can peel off your name from your High Holiday ticket and place it on the pledge cards that I believe were in your machzorim. Fold down the appropriate tab and hand your pledge card to one of our board members who will be walking around shortly. You got that, board members? If you are watching us on our website, then look for the red Donate Now logo under the viewer. Click on this and it will take you to our High Holiday Appeal form. If you are viewing on our app, Facebook page, or YouTube channel, then please go to our website at www.bethyeshurun.org and look for the red Donate Now logo. Finally, you can also make your donation the old-fashioned way and drop it off in person after the holidays or mail it in. Whichever way you decide to give to our appeal, please know that it is greatly appreciated for today, tomorrow, and for generations to follow. I would like to conclude with a famous quote by Anne Frank: "Give and you shall receive much more than you ever thought possible. Give and give again. People who give will never be poor." I sincerely appreciate all of our incredible congregational families for always stepping up to support Beth Yeshurun. On behalf of my wife, Andrea, my children, Julie and Jonathan, the executive committee, and our board of trustees, Gemar Chatima Tova, may you and your family be inscribed and sealed in the book of life for this year and many years to come. Thank you.